So this is another founder check-in, which is essentially just a way to kick off a co-founder conversation or co-founder sync with a structured prompt that supports your building a better and healthier partnership. This one's called the Trip Report, and the prompt is, what is something interesting or of note that happened to you this week or weekend? The goal of this check-in is pretty simple. It's just about intentional rapport building, carving out dedicated time to build, to talk more broadly with your co-founder about life outside of work, about passions, interests, building that those in-between spaces that allow for greater risk-taking and a stronger relationship over time. A few tips. One, if you're leading this check-in, you're the founder who's taking it on to sort of lead the conversation, then time box, suggest a time for how long each person should share for. That allows you each to feel comfortable taking up that much space and to really get into topics. Two, the check-in is really, what's powerful about it is an open canvas to choose. There's a lot of choice in this. So you can pick to say something very simple, if that's where you're at today. You can choose to offer something more deep or to talk about emotions that are coming up for you or came up over the weekend. You can choose to talk about a side interest or family or something different. And there's a lot of optionality. Finally, it's a good, more casual option as well. Some other check-ins that I recommend might be more challenging. And this one, given all the choice, can be effective if there's a day where you're both quite tired. So with that in mind, this is a Trip Report check-in, which we'll now demo. So Brian, excited for our conversation today. Before we jump into all of our other topics, I want us to each take just about a minute and a half to do a quick check-in. This one's a trip report. And basically my question for you is, what's something interesting, something unique, or something you want to share about your week or weekend?
Yeah, thanks, Nathan. I think the thing that's been really top of mind is, especially in the last week, I've been spending a lot of time writing and playing music. And I've been playing music just for a long, long time, but I've always been really creatively blocked on writing and just have a lot of hangups on that. And just in the last week or so, it really feels like things are starting to flow. And I'm really excited about what I'm writing. And I also have the support from my bandmates who are really like getting involved in that process. So I'm not just feeling excited and proud about what I'm doing, but also feeling supported and collaborative with my bandmates. And it's just a new experience for me, and I just can't stop thinking about it right now. So I'm just feeling a lot of energy around that.
Yeah, I can feel the energy. I'm excited for you to be getting support from your bandmates, and just cool to hear more of all the different pieces, the collaboration, the connection between writing and music and all of that. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, if you talk to me for a while, I'll keep going, especially because for a long time this has been, really not the case. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's just nice to also hear that they comes in spurts, this passion of yours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. What about you?
Thanks for asking. Yeah, I'm thinking about my past week and weekend. One thing that's been top of mind, as you know, I have a sort of side project that I spend some time on, organizing certain events. And what's been interesting, it's something I'm really, really passionate about, but I was feeling a little bit challenged. I wasn't able to apply as much time to it. I had some more of my week, it was been dedicated to some family tasks. And so I had this, both this combination of excitement for doing this side hobby and work, and also some trepidation and just noticing that, and kind of that balance of how much to take on and sort of all the different contingencies of managing different parts of my life with other people, which brings me a tremendous amount of joy, but can also be, it is ebbing and flowing. And I sort of was in the bit of that this weekend. And I'm always someone who likes to kind of notice that and then kind of assess what does that mean, not to make quick changes to anything, but to kind of think through as, how is this continuing to serve that hobby that I love and kind of doing these events that I really enjoy. And so, all that was just in the mix and feels good to kind of relay on to you.
Yeah, no, it sounds like you're really noticing kind of the push and pull of different areas of your life, and you've got this thing that you're really excited about. But of course, other things are important too, and yeah, I can hear that like you've been really wanting to spend more time on it, but there are other things too, and you want to make sure that you're balancing them well.
Yeah, and thanks for saying that. Just one more thing that comes up as I hear it back is um, just that this is something that, like, I guess I'm a little tired. Like I'm
Mm,
realizing that I'm a little tired because my weekend wasn't. I was dedicating time to additional work, and I see the benefit of doing different projects
mm,
in, bringing that creativity, those learnings to the work that we do. So just kind
hmm.
of both those things.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Nathan.
Yeah, likewise. And now we can jump into the rest of our co-founder session. Thanks.
Awesome.
So this was a check-in that you just learned about and saw demoed called a trip report. As a reminder, the prompt is, what is something interesting or of note that happened to you this week or weekend? And some tips related to this. One, time box, how long each of you should share about in response to this prompt. The idea there is that it allows you feel comfortable talking in this open-ended way versus diving into other more important work. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever that time is, just name that so each of you can take up as much space as you'd like. Two, just as an awareness about the importance of this, there's a powerful element that it's both free form and can be quite fun and playful in terms of what you choose to share. But there's also this empowerment that you are actively choosing, each of you, as you do throughout your relationship and in other contexts, of what to bring up. And so even naming that can be powerful because it helps you see, oh yeah, we're working on a relationship. I can choose to bring up something serious, something light. But these are all options. Finally, three, this is a good choice to go with in terms of check-in. If you're mentally tired, you're meeting for your sync at the end of a long day, you're in the middle of fundraising, you want to sync, but you don't want it to be too heavy because there's such a wide range of choices. Surprising and interesting things can show up given that openness, and that there's an opportunity to be very light and fun. So a great option if you're both tired.